Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. Get my stuff straight up. Had to get me some water. Welcome to Faith-Based Workplace YouTube Live. Thank y'all for coming out. Let's see who's actually is in here. Cluster B, aloha. She's out in Hawaii. Welcome. Rizzo's in here. One Love, welcome. We just getting started. Who else I seen? Love Pieces in here. All right, so we'll get started. I know we have some other people come in. Shannon's doing something, but she'll be coming in shortly. Thank you all for coming out. This topic right here is, something that we talk about a lot. We talk about, what narcissists do to us, and we want to know why they do the things that they do, and why is it that when we go through narcissist abuse, why does the cycle continue? So this title, let me pull it up. I'm off my game right now. Let me see. The title, hurt people. It speaks volumes. It speaks a lot, for just the title alone, just saying that, hurt people, they continue to hurt other people. And we're going to dive into, reasons that I think, why these things happen. And why is it that, when they hurt someone, like, do they know, or is it something that's just coming from childhood trauma, or what is it? Or is it just because they evil and they are narcissists and we know they're a demonic spirit and that's what it is? So we're going to dive into this one right now. Jasmine Henry, thank you for coming in. We're just getting started. Welcome. So let's get into this one. So those who hurt us most, which is weird, are the ones that are closest to us. What do I mean by that? Y'all probably know what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is it's usually a parent, it's usually a spouse. Some instances, it'll be a sibling. And some of us, it'll be our own children. Shannon hosts a room on Tuesdays on Clubhouse, and we have a couple women in there, and that talk about they went no contact with their own children because of the narcissistic abuse that they're experiencing from their own children. So I don't know about you, but I haven't really been hurt from somebody that I'm really not cool with, or somebody that I don't love or anything like that. The people that I barely know, I don't really get hurt by them, if that makes any sense. I mean, they might try me, they might try to do different things at work, at the workplace. We know people will try you, but usually, you stand your ground and you tell them what you have to tell them, and then, you move on from there. So my thing is, it should never get to a point where people outside your box, that's what I like to call it, the little box or your circle of trust. It should never get to that point where people out of that circle are actually hurting you. But like I said, it's always the people that are in that inner circle that we have to watch out for the most. And it's sad, but it is true. So tonight we're going to just uncover some things and discuss some things. Why do these things happen? Why do they continue to happen? Like I said, so it's crazy to have a mother or a father, a brother, a sister, someone that you've been raised with for years, and you've been knowing these people, all your life. It sucks to have that person actually do these things to you. Start the smear campaign, start the wicked things, like One Love saying, she said my wicked biological sister. So you have these people. Hey Lou, thank you for coming in. So we have these people that come in and they just uproot things that we're trying to do. And I'll tell you something. I think the reason why this happens is it's not because we bad people or anything, and it's karma. I don't believe in karma. I believe things do happen in return. Like you reap what you sow. I do believe that. I don't believe in karma, but what I will say is I think a lot of times when those people or when those things start to happen in our lives, that's when we need to go to God in prayer. We're not praying like all the time. We need to really drop down to our knees and really go into prayer, because it's an attack from the devil. When you get one narcissist and it's narcissist after narcissist after narcissist, whether it's at work or at home, you might want to check some of the things, like check that stuff at the door, what I like to say, because some of the things that we might be doing or might not be doing, meaning maybe we're not praying enough, maybe we're not going to church enough, maybe we're not recognizing some of those signs. So hurt people continue to hurt people. So again, if we experience hurt in our, childhood, let's say childhood traumas, if we never get help for those things, or never, never get, whether it's therapy or life coach or whatever the case is, go to a pastor, whatever it is to get your help and your healing. And we never get to that point. I think we put ourselves in a situation where we can be the person that's actually hurting someone. So hurt people. That's why it's titled that. It's not just about narcissists, also about us healing from the hurt that we experience, because we don't want to trauma dump, like Shannon usually say, or we don't want to, hurt someone else because of our own issues that we haven't dealt with as of yet. So I just wanted to drop that in there and let y'all know that I had to go through some healing. I had to go through some stuff, especially after this last marriage. My ex, I had to go through some stuff. For y'all that heard the story, I'm not going to dive into it, but that situation could have went a few different ways. So imagine if I'd have took that situation and just been evil, and some men or women, I'll say, just evil to the person that they meet next. So Shannon is the blessing that God blessed me with. But what if I'd have just been evil towards her, and this Shannon and Solomon wouldn't have never happened, because I'd have took that experience from me being hurt. Now, this as an adult, we're not talking about as a kid. I'm talking about adulthood right now. So as an adult, I witnessed hurt in the last marriage. So if I'd have took that and then just been mean about that and been evil, I wouldn't have met Shannon. That blessing, God wouldn't have blessed me with that, because why would he? I mean, why would he bless somebody that's continuing to hurt someone? I don't think that's how it works, and I'm pretty sure y'all agree that's not how God works. So again, sometimes we just have to check ourselves. It might take a little while, so you don't want to be the person that's continuing to hurt other people. All right, let's keep moving along. Let me see. One Love say they mad because I won't go along with wrong. And you shouldn't go along with wrong. As a believer, as a Christ follower, no, you should not go along with something that's wrong. It's like I mentioned last week. It's like going into the candy store and going steal something. We know wrong is wrong. And I honestly believe that narcissists know that. Come on now, we have some cases where narcissists will go no contact from you, but it's only to hurt you. So their version of no contact is to get you back because maybe you withheld sex, or maybe you didn't want to go out on a date with them, or maybe, you didn't call them right when they text you. Petty. I know, it's real petty. So a lot of those times we have these things happen. So the narcissists use that against us. But again, like I say, I think wrong is wrong. So it is what it is. So let's keep moving. We never planned for, our own loved ones or anyone else to hurt us. It's not something that, you wake up and, you're 18, 19 years old and you thinking in the back of your head, like, oh, I'm going to have, a mom or a dad, or I'm going to marry someone and guess what? They're going to hurt me. That's not how it works. I mean, now like I said, do we need to start teaching people or teaching kids about these situations with narcissists? Yes, that's why part of the reason why I started this channel, so more people will be aware and start to learn a lot of the things that's going on with narcissists. So yeah, we can't just sit back and just be like, well, it happened to me. I'm gonna let them bump their head and let them learn on their own. No, if you're your brother's keeper, or in this case, sister's keeper, I think you should look out for your brother and sister. If you see them going down a path, now, am I going to keep telling you the same thing over and over? Nah, that's not what I'm going to do. But I will tell you a couple of times, and after that, I figure, hey, I will let you go ahead and hit your head, meaning that I'm just going to pray for you and let God deal with that, because obviously, again, we know right from wrong as people. So we need to just keep moving and keep doing what we need to do. And when people hurt us, it hurts. As a man, I can sit there and tell you that hurt. I don't care. All these men that say that, act like they got a heart of steel and okay, whatever. Real men cry. Let's just be honest with it. Now, do we cry at the drop of a dime? No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying real men do cry. So I didn't cry before. I didn't cry in front of Shannon before. Something I do all the time. But again, I think a lot of times when men and women start to get together and start to share a lot of these things, I think that, hey, that's part of the process of us healing, because the more I can share with y'all, like my experiences and everything that I've been through, that's a way for me to heal. And it might be a way for you to heal. Let me see. One Love just put a thing in there. Let's see what she said. Let's see. Why narcs act like they don't know right from wrong? I just think it's just part of their DNA. I believe that they arrogant, and I think that they don't care. So right from wrong to them is, yeah, we got to remember it's a demonic spirit that we're dealing with. So demon, they know what's wrong and right, but they want to be on the wrong side. That's why they demons. So if we was dealing with an angel, we wouldn't be having these same questions pop up about why, you know, they act like this. But we're dealing with a demonic spirit. So my take on it is they go be wrong all the time. They're doing whatever they remember. They on assignment. So my thing is, I just listened to this a while ago. This one was talking about this. They on assignment. So they're going to do whatever they need to do to basically, it's like going to war. It's like I didn't mention this before. When I'm getting ready to go to war, when I was on the battlefield, we had to go over a battle plan. So don't think that a narcissist doesn't have a battle plan for you. That's why they usually one step ahead of us as empaths, because we kind of like, you know, we want to be the bigger person. I'm telling you, no, you shouldn't be the bigger person. So yeah, the narcissist, that's just something they do. They're evil, and that's just the way they roll, to be honest with you. I hope that answered your question. One love. Rizzo, my brother, say, I cry buckets, soak my pillow many a nights, but God restored me through his mercy and grace. Amen. I mean, hey, it's like I said, there's nothing wrong with a grown man crying. And, you know, if you're with a woman, I will say this for the men that's going to watch this later on. If you are with a woman and you do cry, I'm not saying you cry every day, all day. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying you have a moment where you have, you know, maybe you lost your job, whatever the case is, and you do come off and you start crying. If your woman call you soft or something like that, and she always nagging you about when you do cry and try to open up, I think you might want to check that at the door. Now, I'm not saying go get a divorce or anything, but I'm just saying you might want to check that and figure out kind of, you know, what's where y'all at with that. So, yeah. Let's keep moving right along. Ooh. Experiencing hurt from a parent. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So, experiencing hurt from a parent is one of the toughest things, especially when it's a mom, even when it's your dad, because that's the first person. Well, your mom is actually the first person that you know you're in the womb, you know, for those 9 months and things like that. So that's the person you go be closest to. So when you're experiencing hurt from a parent, that hurts you, and that's part of that cycle that I'm talking about. So you being hurt, and I'm talking about, you know, dealing with a narcissistic parent, whether that's mom or father. So you being hurt by that parent, I think it breeds other narcissists. Let me break this down. So if a female or a male in the household, a parent is what I'm talking about, a narcissist, I believe that they raise narcissistic children. That's why we have so many narcissists that think about the 1%. I talked about that on a little short video I did. Hey, I did my first short video today for y'all that didn't see it. It's like 47 seconds. But anyway, you go check it out after this live. But yeah, so I'm going to start doing those sometime. But I back to what I'm saying. I think that narcissist parents raise narcissist children, which also raise narcissist children. Okay, let me break this down. So if you have a mom and dad that's narcissist, or either one that's a narcissist, and you raised by them primarily. So usually what I'm saying primarily, maybe the mom and dad got a divorce. Maybe the mom is narcissist. She raised you the whole time. You just see your dad whenever, or vice versa, you know. I believe that, yes, they're going to raise a narcissist son or daughter or both, depending on how the kids react to it. Now, again, we're saying, well, kids know right from wrong. But if I'm only taught this from childhood, my whole life, I'm not going to really recognize that I'm a narcissist. Now, yeah, hope y'all understand what I just said. So what's going to happen with me is, now I'm not saying I'm a narcissist, but I'm just doing a scenario. So if I'm a narcissist raised by a mama that's a narcissist or a dad that's a narcissist, I get married 9 times out of 10. If my wife don't know what a narcissist is or can't figure out the two, we're probably going to end up raising some more narcissist children. Okay. So then the cycle continues, because those children go out in the world, they become 18, 19, whatever age they begin, you know, they start dating and get married. Guess what happened? They raise other narcissist children. So experiencing hurt from a parent goes way deeper than just you. If we don't catch it and we don't get the help, or like the video I said, you know, go through the hurt to get our healing, what happens is then we become a narcissist. Now, we all have traits. I believe that. I believe we all have different traits, but it's up to us if we act on it. But if we don't break those soul ties, like Shannon always mentioned in her videos, if we don't break those soul ties, then we just raising a church full of narcissists. I'm using church, but you get what I'm saying? We're raising a family full of narcissists. There you go. So it go from mom, dad, children, to the children, to the children. When is gonna stop? So again, experiencing hurt from a parent, while I put that in there, is go keep going round and round and round until somebody break that soul tie and go to God in prayer and say, hey, you know what? Nah, this not how it's supposed to be. Same thing me and Shannon doing. Until one of us, like in this in this situation, realize that, hey, we've been raised by a narcissist parent or something like that happened, we have to break that soul tie, y'all. We have to go to God in prayer and be like, nah, I can't roll like this. Thank you for coming in, Healthy Parenting with my phone. Yeah, hey, how you doing? She's down in Africa. Thank you for coming out. So yeah, like we were saying, let me go back to this. What One Love said: real men do cry. I'm scared if he would not. Exactly. So real men do cry. Don't believe that what people be saying, that men don't cry. Cluster B Karen said, those who hurt people do it on purpose. They think about their hurtful words or deeds and do it anyway. Exactly. I think they know, and it's just it's a huge cycle, you know. So it's like One Love said, it's scary. Help the parent. Yes, narcissist parents raise narcissistic children. That's what I'm saying. So I think it just continues going on in a cycle. And it's up to one of us just to say, no, this is not right. It's up to a believer to say, stand in the gap for your brothers and sisters in Christ. Say, nah, this is not how it's supposed to go. So until somebody do that or recognize what's going on with narcissist abuse, hurt people will hurt people, and the cycle will continue. We can just keep going, hurt people, and just keep going down. That's how it will continue to go. Oh, my wife is in here. Hey, fam. Hey, Narc Free Living. Hey, Shannon, how you doing? Let's see. I think lots of choice too. My sister have the same parents, but my dad was a narc. See, so that's what I'm saying. So the dad was a narc. Maybe it rubbed off on the sister. So maybe your sister, it's up to her to like go to God and pray and figure out, kind of, what's going on in her life. So I think it's just a continuous cycle. I think we look at a family tree. You start at the top. It's like what Rizzo said earlier about the right here. Yes, the apples don't roll far from the tree. So if the tree is at the top, my hands down so I can see it. The tree is at the top, and that's the parents. And then they raise, let's say they have a generation of, let's say they got 4 kids. Those 4 kids each have kids, just keep going down. So the more kids they have, just the family, just a family full of narcissists, just like I said. So it's sad, but it's true. One Love says she married to a narc. So see, she didn't marry a narc, not recognizing the sign that her dad was a narc, maybe. I mean, I don't know the whole family dynamics, but if I had to guess, I'm thinking that's probably, she didn't recognize that her dad was a narc. So now she's with a narc, and the cycle continues. So again, okay, I don't need to repeat that. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's go with our first Bible verse, Psalms 34:18. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. So remember, hurt people. Like I said earlier, we go to God in prayer and we recognize that God is, God is there with us 24/7. He's always with us, like always, all the time. Don't matter. You wake up at 3 a.m., you wake up at whatever time, or you wake up in the morning, and you want to go to God in prayer. God is always there. He's always going to answer our prayers. We always can go to him and talk to him and that's why, it's crazy. Me and Shannon talk about it a lot. The moment we kind of left the church, I think God has showed us more being out of the church, especially with COVID and everything going on, being out of church than I knew when I was in the church a lot. And I'm not bashing anybody from going to church. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he sat me down and taught me some things being out of the church, just, reading the Bible and learning some things, especially dealing with narcissist abuse, because that was something new to me. At 42 years old, I'm learning now about narcissist abuse. It's kind of weird, but just know the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. So if your heart is broken by somebody narcissist, hurt people, just realize God can save that crushed spirit you have, that maybe you're not believing in God so much because you went through narcissist abuse. That should be the time we believe in God the most and go to him in prayer and run to him. It's my thought process. That's what I had to do. It was no other option but God. I couldn't go run to my cousin and go talk to them, because guess what? Most of the people that I do talk to about narcissist abuse, they don't understand what I'm talking about. Think about that for a second. A lot of people that we talk to out of this community, this narcissist abuse survival community, They don't really understand what we're talking about. They under the same thing like I was thinking. Narcissist is somebody that look in the mirror all the time, and we know it's more to it than that. So next, reaction of emotional trauma. I'll put this on there. I think this is one of the reasons why hurt people hurt people. So if they experience childhood trauma, or it ain't even got to be childhood trauma. It could be in the military, maybe PTSD. It could be CPTSD. It could be a lot of different things that maybe they experience. It's an emotional trauma, so it's a reaction. So when they went you and you with this husband or you with this wife, that narcissist that we think is narcissist, or maybe they narcissist, I'm not saying they not, but it could be a reaction to other emotional trauma that they haven't dealt with yet. So again, hurt people. So they hurting you because they haven't been healed. So therefore they hurting you because they still hurt. If that makes any sense. That's what this whole thing about. So the thing you have to figure out, the thing you have to realize, like, you know what? This is sad that this continues to go on, but it should be an eye-opening experience, because we should realize that, you know what, maybe this person need to get the help that they need to get. And I think as empaths, or just as people, Christians or believers, whatever you want to call yourself, I think once we realize that this person is actually hurting, maybe that's why they acting out. But remember, when we're dealing with narcissists, they don't want to talk about a lot of things. But if you can get this person actually talk about maybe some of their childhood trauma and go get the help they need, you might see a change. Now, Solomon is not saying to stay with a narcissist abuse. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if this person willingly wants help, I'm saying, you know what? Maybe it might be a chance. Might be a small chance, but that's all God needs is a chance, because we all know the size of a mustard seed. I wish I had one. It's a little bitty dot. So if you got faith the size of a mustard seed, God can do anything. But, at the same time, I'm not going to stay around narcissistic people that's trying to hurt me. I'm going to move on. Hey, Lady B. Hey, thank you for coming out. Welcome. So that's just my thing on that, my take on that. So let's see what else we got in chat. Me too. I'm learning about narcissistic abuse because my mom was over controlling. And see, that's like me, learning at 42 years old, learning about narcissistic abuse now is like people think, well, you should have knew about that. Well, the people I'm talking to, they don't know about that. So, hey, Milton Aaron, hey, thank you for coming in. Welcome, brother. Welcome. So a lot of people don't really, and what's crazy is, I'll tell you what's crazy. A lot of therapists don't know about narcissistic abuse. So that should tell you a lot. These people that went and got master's degrees and they therapists, and they can't really tell you about narcissistic abuse. So yeah, you got to pay attention to who you talking to, whether it's a therapist, a life coach, some of your pastors, they don't know about narcissists. And I'll go one step further. Some of these pastors in some of these churches are narcissists. So you have that going on. So you have to realize that too. So yeah, you have to realize what's going on with some of these people. And we recognize we have to do something about it. So again, hey, Lady B, hey, welcome for coming. Milton Aaron, hey, brother, I'm happy you're here. I hope you get something out of this, man. We just getting into it, so you're not late or anything. So we're just getting into this. So yeah, like Love Peace say, people don't know anything about NPD. Agreed. They don't know. So that's where faith-based workplace, that's where Narc-free living and a lot of these other channels that's talking about narcissistic abuse, and these people that's writing books about narcissistic abuse, that's where these channels come into play. It's a ministry because it comes into play because people, like she said, people don't know about NPD. They're not talking about it. Even the church is not talking about it. So if your church not talking about it, your therapist not talking about it, your certified life coach don't know about it, who are you supposed to talk to about narcissistic abuse? And so these people could be dealing with some hurt too. Everybody on this name could be dealing with hurt. So again, hurt people. So that's what this whole video about. So let's just keep this moving. Let me see what else they got in the chat. Unless you live this hellish nightmare. Yes, again, the best expert on narcissistic abuse is probably somebody that been through it and then came their way out of it. Now, am I fully healed through narcissistic abuse? No, that's not what I'm saying. We all on different paths. We all walk different paths. But I know enough to say, hey, I can call a thing a thing, which means I can use discernment and call a narcissist is what I'm saying. Now, do I need a degree to do that? No, I have God. I don't need a degree to say, you know what, this person is narcissist, or maybe they're bad for my health, or maybe they're just bad for me to be around. So, hey, it is what it is. Cluster B. Karen say, many of us have been hurt in childhood. Exactly. I raised my hand for that too. Or as adults by narc abuse, been hurt as an adult too. That is not a reason to repeat the pain on others. Agreed. It comes down to a choice. It's simple as that. It comes down to a choice. At the end of the day, we have a decision to make on what we want to do and who we want to be moving forward. It don't matter if you've been molested. It don't matter if you've been raped. It don't matter if you've been, beaten. It still comes down to what you want to be and what you want people to know about you. I made a choice. I didn't have to be the narcissist. That's not in my nature. God been working on me and I've been doing things. So I was able to come out of that. It's like, rising out of the ashes or coming up out of the rubble, you could say, and trying to deal with a lot of emotional traumas. Because emotional trauma, to me, this is my personal opinion, I might disagree. I think emotional trauma is worse than physical abuse. Now, don't get me wrong, you're dealing with physical abuse over and over, it's bad. But emotional trauma can have you in that state of mind where you're just thinking suicide and you're in depression, your anxiety high, you have a slap on the table and you dive up on the table, because of like PTSD. So, yeah, emotional trauma is tough. It's tough. And we have to continue getting help and continue getting educated about that. Jasmine Henry said, I've had 3 to 4 narc pastors, unfortunately. See, that's what I'm saying. So we in these churches, they asking for tithe and offering, and they asking for this, that, and the third. They want just about some of these. I'm not talking about all churches, but they want just about your whole paycheck. And here it is, you dealing with a narcissist. Now, just because you join a church don't mean you got to stay at that church. I know a lot of people think they join, they dare to death. No, that's not how that happened. I think you join. I believe you join and you realize this person is narcissist, or maybe the pastor, y'all not seeing eye to eye, you're not on the same page. That's fine. I can find another church home, or maybe I can step away from the church for a while, go to God in prayer on my own, and hey, I need your help. That's when you tag God in. I need you to help me find something. Milton Aaron said, only people have dealt with NPD can relate to other survivors. Amen to that. Definitely agree with that. Love Peace say, thank God for all these channels exposing the demons and NPD. Yes, it's critical that we continue sharing and continue learning, and people just continue sharing this information out, just letting everybody know that it's bigger than us, so yeah. Another thing, no knowledge on how to communicate feelings. I think another reason why hurt people, they just don't have no knowledge. I think it goes back to what they was taught, or not taught, I should say. If they're not taught some of these things, it's gonna be hard for them to express their feelings. So if they can't express their feelings, we have a whole other thing going on, so it's crazy the way that works. I said I'm having a problem with the let's see, with the chat in StreamYard. So let's see, it stopped. So what I'm gonna do, I can look over here. I don't know what's going on with it, so let me see something. So I'm seeing a lot of y'all putting in chat. I have to check it on YouTube, but I'll keep going through on here. I guess it just stopped, but no worries. We'll just talk, and if I can't put the chat up, if it don't pop back up or whatever, we'll just keep moving. I'm not sure what's going on. So let's see. Let's see here. People will usually hurt you in an attempt to heal themselves. What do I mean by that? I mean that they're so hurt in their own situations and their own things that they have going on in their mind that they continue to hurt you. They think they're healing themselves by hurting you. They think that by all the pain that they causing in a situation that they're able to heal somehow. And I don't get it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I understand that, because I really don't. I don't understand how that works, but I do believe that this is a thing for some people. Now, does it happen a lot? I'm not sure. I don't have no research to go off of, but I know it does happen from reading different articles. It does happen that people do this. And sad as it may be and crazy as it may sound, people do this thinking it's an attempt to heal themselves. Now, I don't know if any of y'all been through that, but it's a crazy situation. Let me see what y'all sent in the chat because let me look and see. Love Peace say narcs are also brainwashed. Definitely agree with that. Javin said that's exactly what they wanted. I was a consistent tither and they used it to their advantage. See, that's what I'm talking about at the church. You know, you're in the church and they supposed to they supposed to coach us up and help us do things, and here it is, they, like she said, constant tithing and a whole money issue, but they narcissists nature, Let's see what else we got in here. North Living say, yes, we must learn how to regulate our emotions and take our thoughts captive. I definitely agree with that. Okay, let me get back to this. So I'm going to have to work 2 screens to try to figure this out. So we'll keep it moving though. We are imperfect, so we hurt each other. So us not being perfect, no, nobody on earth is perfect. Jesus is the only one that was perfect. So us being imperfect though, I think we hurt each other because sometimes we just don't know. Now, am I talking about narcissists now? No, not really. I'm kind of talking to people that, just don't understand or don't understand the hurt or don't understand the process, don't understand that they doing things unintentionally, but it's a pattern. So to me, if we understand the pattern and we can figure out, okay, not a chat back worker, and we can figure out, thank God for that. So we can figure out the pattern. I think we can, I know that we can start to at least heal ourselves. We can start figuring out, what can we do to move forward. So let me jump in the chat and I'm able to pop it back up and then start it again. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see. Love Peace say the alienation is horrific too. Definitely agree with that. North let my wife say, yes, we must learn how to regulate our emotions and take our thoughts captive. Amen to that. Yeah, parental alienation. Yeah. Me and Shannon did a series on that. If y'all go check that out, it's a 4-part series about parental alienation. Real good information in there. Some lives that we did. So, you got the live chat and you can also go look at the video. Real good, like I say, 4-part series on parental alienation. So that's, that's something near and dear to my heart. Healthy parenting with my phone says, so true. People will hurt to feel better, but unfortunately it does nothing. Exactly. It does nothing for them in the long run. It does nothing for them. I definitely agree with that. Let's see what else we have in here before I jump back. Rizzo say, just because someone says something about you, it doesn't make what they said true. Exactly. I told y'all last time I've been in a fight, I told as a kid, probably was in elementary, somebody would say something about my mom. But once I realized that they really didn't know my mom, and it doesn't matter what they said, it's playing a dozen or whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. People can say stuff about me every day. It does nothing for me. And the crazy thing is I probably don't hear about it because I don't run in them same circles. So, excuse me, if they are saying things about me or my family, I probably won't hear about it. And if I do hear about it, it's like water under the bridge. It's like, it's nothing. It should be nothing, for any one of us. See, Jasmine Henry say, my experience with expressing emotion to a narc was that they tried to deny my emotions. That's a common thing. Example, if I said I was hurt, they would tell me that I was not. That's gaslighting. Who's been through gaslight? That's gaslighting 100 right there. So whatever you say, they go say, nah, that ain't true. If you say the sky is blue, they go look out and say it's purple, and y'all be getting an argument, and the sky is blue. So yeah, I definitely get that. Sorry you went through that, but hey, you're in the right place where we all can learn together and pray together and continue to walk this thing all the way out. Love Peace say narcs are calculated and intentional in their techniques. Yes, they are. It's like I said earlier, it's like a battle plan. So when you're in war, you're going to be real tactical. You're going to have your battle plan drawn up. So you got to look at empaths as targets. So once they size you up and they realize that they can get supply from you, you're a target. Well, they're gonna put in a battle plan. So their rules of engagement is what we call it. So once they put in their rules of engagement, well, they gonna put it to the T. So everything they got, it might not necessarily be written down, but whatever they have in they head, they're gonna pull it all together and try to do everything they get. And some of it might be just as simple as, oh, I want to get her pregnant. And guess what? They don't want nothing to do with the child. It might be the woman that want to get pregnant by the man that's maybe he's an athlete just so they can get paid. I mean, we see this all the time. So they go do whatever they need to do to get to the place that they're trying to get to. And they'll step on whoever toes they need to. That's They don't care nothing about that. Don't care. So let's keep moving now that we got this back working. Experiencing hurt from a child. Now, see, this is tricky because what I'm saying is this is when your children are maybe narcissists or narcissists and you getting that hurt from them. So now what happens is you have a decision to make, just like any other narcissist. And I know, as a child, you want to be like, well, that's my child. I want to make sure I take care of them and do this and do that. But if your child is really narcissist, like I said, Shannon does a room on Tuesday on Clubhouse. I'm telling you, y'all have to check out that room. And Shannon, you can put it in the chat on Clubhouse on Tuesdays. They have a woman in there. She talks about being no contact, like I said, with her children. So can you imagine the mother of going no contact? That tells you how serious this is. So narcissist abuse can come from a child also. So that tells you how, it's hurtful. So hurt people. Now, where did they get it from? We don't know. Maybe they got it from the dad. Maybe it's just something I don't know. But once that spirit attached to them, you can do all you can do, pray and take them to church and do whatever you can. You're doing all the right things. But at some point, at some time, you have to let go and let God. You do. I mean, you do. You just do. You do. Let me see what else we're saying in here. True as, thanks for coming out. Just because someone is abused doesn't mean it's an excuse to abuse others. Exactly. Just because you experience abuse don't mean that you have the green light to go abuse someone else. You should take that as a experience that you never want to experience again. You never want anyone else to experience again. So I definitely agree with that. Thank you for coming out again, True Essence. Jasmine Henry say, actually, there's another sign of narc control. For some odd reason, narcissists always have people fighting for them. Yeah, they never fight their own fights. It's like the puppet master. They the puppet. They just controlling the strings. So that's when they get the flying monkeys. That's when they get the enablers. The enablers will take up for the narcissist. That's the craziest thing. So you spending your whole time trying to explain your story about you being abused, and you have these enablers and flying monkeys fighting you, and you've been abused. And I'm talking about physically and mentally and financially abused by this person. But you have these people, whether it's in a family or in a work situation, they sitting there telling you, nah, not him or not her. They would not believe it. That's why that's why it's so tough for people that has been abused to come forward, because nobody believes them. So at the end of the day, why will you tell your story to a bunch of people that won't believe you? So I'm here to tell you that I think we need to continue to share our stories. Now, I'm not telling you when or where you should tell your story. I'm not telling you to go open up a YouTube channel, but I think we all need to continue sharing our stories, because that's how we get healed. We can't worry about them and what they're doing, the smear campaigns and all. We can't worry about that. Whether they're children or whatever, just different people. We can't worry about that or get caught up in that. We have to go through that situation for ourselves. Let's see what else in the chat. Y'all are flowing tonight. Let's see. Not for living say, pray and love them from a distance. If they are older, intercede and pray. The scales are removed. If they are willing, there's an appointed time for deliverance. Stand in the gap, but don't take abuse. Yeah, you shouldn't take abuse from anyone. Even your children that you've raised, you shouldn't take abuse from them, especially if it's physical and financially taking money out your account, all this stuff. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Let's see what else we got. Rizzo, a piece of metal only becomes an implement of war, only becomes a sword. After all the impurities are burned out of it, the fire, you got to take the metal with the fire. In order to grow through something, we have to go through it. Exactly. We have to go through it. I like that, Rizzo. Thank you for that. Let's see. Milton Aaron got a question. How do they do many people to believe them? Again, we're dealing with a demonic spirit. So again, what it is, it's like a control thing. It's like they're attracting other people to them. It's like a how can I say that? You ever seen a shark in the water and they have the little fish that be attached to them? Be like, sometimes be 6-7 fish be attached to them. And all they're waiting for the shark to get a meal, and they just eat the little pieces that go back behind the water, and they eat that. So it's the same thing. These people are attached to the narcissist or the person that's in charge, or however you want to say it. They're attached to them because they see something in them that maybe they want to be, or maybe they like, especially in a workplace situation. I know usually they the most popular. The narcissist is usually the most popular. They're usually in a high position of power. So they put themselves in a position where everybody else is going to be like, well, I want to be around that person. But once you get to know that person for who they truly are, then you can realize, you know what, this is not the person I really want to be around. This is not who I should be associated with. This is not who God assigned me to be around. So that to me, that's part of the reason why they get so many people believe them, because they'll act crazy in front of you, like just y'all too, but in front of everybody else, they the nicest, the sweetest, the best at everything. They know everything about sports and whatever people talking about, they know everything. So nobody would ever believe you when you go to tell them, because they only see that facade, that fakeness. That's all they see. So I hope that answers your question, Milton. My wife say enabling does little for narc children or parents. Definitely agree with that. Jasmine says, are you in a church with a narc leader? They teach on people individually, and the child tells you the same thing the narcissist religious leader said. This is seen a lot in apostolistic faith-like churches. See, I've never been to that type of church, so I can't say that I'm an expert on none of that, because I'm not, but I'll take your word for that, Jasmine. I mean, hey, you've been there and you seen, hey, okay, but I know that also happens in cult-like things too. Like in a cult, I know you have that same hierarchy where you have, the narcissist, and they teaching it down to the people and then the children. And then if you don't catch on, again, it's hurt people, and it continues going round and round. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the live. Gaslighters wear 1,000 masks. Yes, it's like when they say they mask up, they got a bunch of different masks. So it's, it is what it is. That's just what I was saying. Love people. Narc family is a family cult. Yes. So those people that's raised up in a narcissist family, and if they can't break away, you just got one big family cult. It's a big narcissist clan, and then they just moving about and growing older, and then they getting with other people and got baby narcs is what they have. They got baby narcs is raising them to adult narcs. So they continue to hurt people. Narcissists are cult leaders, one and the same. I definitely agree with that. Mean and evil people hurt people. Yes, definitely. Okay, Romans 8:18. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. So basically, let's not get caught up in certain situations or certain things that happen to us, and let's look at things that's going to come. What God is saying, they're preparing a place for it. So if you want to continue down that path, with narcissists, you're going down, to me, I don't have to say this, but I will. You're going down the wrong path, because narcissist to me is going down an evil path, a path that's not so clean. It's the easier path. Being a believer, hey, it can be hard sometimes. And you have that faith the size of a mustard seed, and you trust in God to pay a bill or to do this. You can't go to the devil in prayer and say, hey, I need this bill paid. I bet it won't get paid. I bet you be homeless. I bet your lights be off. Dealing with the devil or dealing with a narcissist that's in charge of a situation, you're going to end up in a place you don't want to be. So let's just remember that. So again, that's Romans 8:18. We have to separate ourselves from hurt people. So this goes back to no contact. We all know about this. If you don't know, hey, no contact is going no contact. That means blocking people on social media, blocking them out your phone. Total no contact. Exactly what it means. No contact. No physical contact. Phones, emails, Skype, you name it, you're just not in contact with them. So that's what that means. So you have to get away from hurt people, because they can continue to hurt you and hurt others around you, and it's going to have you in a situation where, again, you're going to have to make a choice on what you want to do moving forward with your life and with your situation. So let's just remember that. Let's see what else we got in the comments. Let's see. Narc for Living said they create cult-like followers wherever they go and infiltrate to bring others into idolatry and bondage. Exactly. And Narc for Living, my wife always talk about break those chains. Y'all want to go to another good channel? I'll do it now, after the live. My wife's channel, follow her, Narc Free Living. She has amazing content, and she also talk about narcissistic abuse as well for y'all that's new to the channel. So you can follow her also on YouTube, and you can get other information on there. Jasmine say, yes, I have. Imagine a child telling you that you're going to hell because they heard the religious leader said it. See, that's that cult-like vibe. I can't rock with stuff like that. I can't be in a church or a situation where, you know, the pastor is telling misleading things. I can't do that. That's why I won't do that. Rizzo say, if a person loves you, they won't find joy in hurting you. Amen to that. That's a mic drop right there. If a person loves you, they will not find joy in hurting you. It's plain and simple as that. Love is patient, love is kind, etc. I definitely agree with that, brother. Yeah. Especially if you constantly being hurt by somebody, that should tell you, you know, something like, you know, they always cheated on you, or they always hurting you, they always hitting you. You know how it is. You know, they'll cheat on you that one time. Well, and then what they usually do if they're narcissists, what they'll try to do, they'll say, well, it's your fault. You know, Shannon talked about this before too, and I didn't see this before happen. You know, they'll say, well, you wasn't there, or they'll say, you know, well, you know, I cheated on you because you wasn't showing me emotional support. Man, just divorce me. And you can go do all the cheating and sleeping and doing whatever you want to do. I mean, we ain't got to go through all this other craziness and have, you know, our business in the street. And besides that, it's not even about the business in the street. You ain't have to cheat on me. You can go ahead, find somebody else, and y'all can cheat on each other all day, every day. That's my thoughts on that. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Teresa say, my narc mother would act like she loves me one minute, then try to tear me down the next, then act like she don't know why I don't come around. Yeah, see, that's that wishy-washy, that bait and switch. So bait you in, you know, act like they love you. Then when you get over there to the house, then they tear you down in front of people. And then when you leave, or why you don't never come around? Man, hold on. I'm an adult. I don't have time for these games. So those games would not be played with me. I play games on my cell phone. It's called Dominoes, and I can't remember the name of the game, but that's the only games I play. I'm not playing games with a whole human, a whole adult, I should say. I'm not playing games with those people. So we have to realize that no matter if it's a mom, dad, sibling, whatever, if these people constantly do these things where when you come around, they want to gaslight you and talk about you, don't go around them people, because that's hurt people. That's what we're talking about. Hurt people. So they're trying to hurt you. Nah. So you're doing right not going around, to be honest with you. You're doing right about that. Healthy parenting. She says, how do you separate from a parent that don't know shit is hurting you? To me, first thing I would do is I would establish boundaries at first. I would establish boundaries. So that's now, I'm not saying you go out and call them a narcissist. That's not what I'm saying, because I know how that works. That it doesn't work. Actually, call them a narcissist. That's just for you. It's not for them, because you're just gonna see them blow up. But what I would do, I would establish boundaries. Certain things that they say, certain things they do, just tell them, you know, you're not gonna put up with it. So now you establish a boundary. So if they continue to do it, now you have the ammunition you need to say, you know what? I done told you, you know, months back, you know, not to do this, not to do that, or not to say that, and you continue to do it. So therefore, I have to go, you know, I can't do it. So that's when you go, what I just said, you go to no contact, or you might start out small and go gray rock. Gray rock is kind of, you know, you show no emotion. You know, every time you see them in person, it's not y'all happy like you usually are. You just kind of like, hey, how you doing, mom? And, you know, yeah, happy to see you. And just keep it like real subtle and cut all the sentences off, and you leave it like that. So that's what I would do. I would establish boundaries first, you know, tell them, you know, the boundaries, you know, because you got to tell them, you know, because you can't really beat them up over a boundary they don't know about. So once you establish boundary, tell them about it. Then maybe try to go gray rock, you know, like I said, no emotion. And then if that don't work, then just go no contact. And, you know, you pray for them like my wife and everybody always say, pray for them from a distance. Yes, I hope that helps your thing. We must think for ourselves. Anyone that is leading you to a man or themselves instead of Christ is suspect. I'm not going to worship nobody that's leading me to a man. Nah, me and Shannon don't rock like that. So yeah, definitely, I definitely agree with you. So yeah, if somebody trying to lead you just to a man and go worship this preacher, I don't worship preachers or pastors or none of them. Nah. Let's see what else we got in here for our move, because we come around to the end, actually. Trying to stay on time. They love what you do, not you for you. They love what you do, not you for you. I don't know what you're trying to say on that, but they love what you do. Okay, I'm not gonna get caught up on that one. She gonna tell me. Let's see. Really, church people hurt people. No evil and mean people hurt you. Everyone has been hurt. Yeah, they have. They actually have some church people out there that's really out there that's doing some things. So yeah. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's keep moving. Another Bible verse, Hebrews 13:5. I will never leave you or forsake you. So no matter what hurt we experience, no matter what trauma, childhood trauma, adult trauma, wife cheating on you, husband cheating on you, husband beating, just know that God will never leave you or forsake you. Knowing that, I know that I can go through any situation and come out on the other side, like basically clean and unscathed. I know that God is with me through all these situations. So everything that I've been through, yes, it happened for a reason, and it might be a purpose behind it, but it's up to me to figure out what those reasons are. So I have to keep on moving and keep learning. So that's up to each individual person to learn from your mistakes, to learn from your hurt, to learn from your pain. But then also, like Rizzo was saying earlier, you got to go through it. You got to grow through it to get to the other side. So you got to go through your hurt. It's like the video I did to get your healing. So we have to continue moving forward. We have to. We can't get stuck in, the situations like, well, I've been through this, I'm hurt, so now I'm just going to give up. That's what the devil wants. They want you to give up. They want you to just stop doing whatever you're doing. They do all that. They throw you off your path. So if you get off your path, you get off your course, your God-assigned purpose is what I'm saying. So if you get off that purpose, then you on to a whole nother thing. You sit there like, you wasting months and years dealing with this narcissistic person. And then it's like, wait, what is going on? So yeah. So let me see. Let me jump back in the chat one more time. Let's see. Not for living say the thing about boundaries is they have to be enforced to be effective. Exactly. I actually did a video about that, about your boundaries strong enough. So you have to make sure that your boundaries, that you enforce them, but you got to hold yourself accountable. So realize that. So just because you set a boundary, that's cool. You said it. It's like locking your door and then walking away, but not setting the alarm. So somebody can maybe still break into your house because you never set the alarm. So you got to enforce it. So I lock the door, but then my backup plan is to set my alarm. So it's the same thing with a boundary. I set the boundary. Now I'm going to hold myself accountable and say, hey, you know what? I gotta stand up and say, you know what, you can't do that. If I don't want you cursing around me, then I'm going to stand up every time you do it. If I don't want you playing some kind of music, I don't want that music playing around. Just different things like that. You deal with narcissists, they cheat on you, and your boundary, for marriage should have been, hey, cheating is a no-no. And I know things happen and things like that, and some people get back together. Hey, I know it does happen, but it should be a no-no. She said many are afraid to set them because they are not willing to walk away. People must face the consequences of their actions. I definitely agree with that. So, that's cold. That's cold-blooded. I love that you said that. So the thing about it is, people don't set boundaries because they're afraid of the outcome. Basically, is what she's saying. So you set a boundary knowing that they're gonna have consequences for the boundary. So you won't set them because you're like, well, I know that might end my marriage, or I know that might end this relationship with this person. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and set the boundary. If in fact it does end the relationship with this person, well, I mean, that happened because it was supposed to happen that way. That's the way I look at it. Jasmine Hemmer say that's usually the number one sign of a cult. It's more about the leader than it is about Christ. Yeah, they're just somebody, I think, that's on their high horse and they doing different things, in the church or whatever, and just part of their game plan, because we've seen different things. Shannon talked about, she had a couple of videos about this where, they had different people that talk about, it's about them, and they have the people worshiping them at the church, and it's just a whole different thing. So it happens in the church, happens outside the church, it just depends. Hello, Anna. Hey, thank you for coming in. So let's see. So let me scroll back because I did skip something earlier because I was waiting for a couple more people to get in here. Let's see. Where is it at? So this is a question. And you can put a 1 in the chat so we'll kind of know how many of you have been hurt by a loved one. So when I'm saying loved one, I'm saying husband, I'm saying, wife, children, cousins, siblings, anybody that you can say you loved. I don't care if it's a friend that you really was in love with, but you've been hurt by. Because the whole purpose of this thing was, remember, the video is hurt people. So put a 1 in the chat if you have been hurt by a loved one. I just want to see something. I want to see if I'm right, because I think a lot of us, and I'll put a 1 in there myself. So look at all the ones that we have. So what this is telling me is a lot of us have been hurt, like I said, by loved ones. It's not necessarily people outside your circle that's going to hurt you. Like I said earlier, the thing about it, the people that's outside my circle, how can they actually hurt me if I don't really communicate with them? I don't hang out at the same places they hang out. I don't talk to them. But the people that you associate with most, the family and your close niche friends, that's the people that you have to be more concerned about. That's the people that can hurt you the most. And the reason why I say that is because they know the most about you. Like, see, people out in social media world, I call it social media world, they don't know everything about me. They don't know everything about me and my wife and things that we do, because we barely share things about our family. Now, we might share, different things, like different things, God tell her, share this. Yeah, I'll do that. But as a whole, I can't sit here and say that people on social media actually know me. They just know my name, Solomon Savoy. They might know that I started this YouTube channel, Faith-Based Workplace, and they might know I'm a certified life coach. Other than that, they don't know a lot of things. They might know, okay, I can say they know I'm married, mostly, people would know that, but a lot of people don't know a lot about me. So the thing is, but people in your family and your close-knit friends, that's the one. Yeah, Shannon, I see you put on. So I said put a 1 up there, Shannon. But hey, the thing about it though, it's not funny, but the thing about it, man, it's true. And a lot of us have been hurt more than once by the same family members. The same people that you've been raised with, rocking with them for 20, 30 years. That's the people that hurt us most. And it's usually a husband or a wife. In some situations, like I say, it's children, brothers, sisters, parents. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's always somebody in your family. Like my homeboy Milton Aaron just said, complete strangers have treated me better than loved ones. Come on, man. I testify to that. I mean, I'm not saying all my love, but yeah, I have complete strangers that treat me better than loved ones. Like Phil Rizzo, me and him, we talked on the phone. I think it was yesterday. We talk on the phone like a lot and text back and forth. I have a couple other people I talk to, like Cluster B, always sending me videos. Anna be sending me videos on Instagram, like funny little videos. Some of them, real, godly videos and stuff. So it's different people like that. I get a lot of stuff from, from those people, and then it's just like with this YouTube thing, you would think that family would support you the most. I'm here to tell you, if you start a YouTube channel or any type of business, family gonna be the people that support you the least. I'm gonna say that again. If you start on a YouTube or any kind of business, family usually the ones that support you the least. It's gonna be friends that you make. Now, spiritual family, that's different, like God bring people into your life like Rizzo's and Anna's and people like that, and Cluster B's and Danny's and all them, and people like that into your life. Well, then, things will be handled differently. But yeah, so that's my take on that, So I think that a lot of people, like Aaron just said, a lot of people treat you way better than family do. So if you start a business, just realize, don't put your trust on family thinking, well, my family can't even get them to write a review. Just saying. Can't get them to write a review. You can't get them to I ain't even say you got to buy a t-shirt. You can't get them to like a video. You can't get them to watch a video. Some of the videos be 8 minutes. You can't spend 8 minutes out of a week just watch one video and like it just so I can, get bigger on YouTube or whatever the case is, whatever you're trying to do. Or you can't come in, you got a restaurant, come in and buy hors d'oeuvres. I mean, it's $8 or whatever on the menu. They won't do it. It could be people that you don't know that's going to do the help you the most. Not Free Living say, people are going to hurt and disappoint one another. We are human. It's how we try to make it right and change their behavior that makes the difference. Amen to that. Plus the B say narcs and toxic people will hurt you, but family will try to destroy you. See, you right about that. Y'all reading what you're saying on that? Narcs and toxic people will hurt you, but family will try to destroy you. So your own family go do you the worst damage to you. Like I was saying, do not be afraid to go to no contact and live a godly life without them. Amen to that. Thank you for sharing that. I definitely agree with that. Let's see what else we got in here before I get out of here. Love Peace says, so true. Solomon can't rely on family to support you in business. You can't. I mean, I'm telling you something, so you already prepare yourself. And whatever you're about to start anything in life, and it's gonna be some kind of business or YouTube, whatever it is, TikTok, whatever it is. Your family, you can count them out. I promise you can count them out. Let me see. Lady B say, yep, my mother and family hurt me the most. See, that's what I'm saying. So in life, we'll meet all these people. I was in the military, so I was stationed in Hawaii, and then I went to Iraq. I was in Kuwait, and went to Australia with all these different people. None of them people really hurt me. Now, did we have a little different differences and stuff? Yes. Then it's the family, blood related. Like they say, blood thicker than water. Yeah, whatever. Okay, don't get me started on that. But it's the family that actually hurt you the most. The stepdad and all them. That's the people that hurt you the most. So yeah. So just be. I'm just telling y'all, be ready. Hurt people. So you got to look at that situation when you're starting a business. They hurting or they hating. Another H. They hating you for whatever reason, or they jealous. The J. So in those situations, they don't want to see you succeed. So they think, like Shannon, we just said this to each other before. They think by not supporting your channel, let's use YouTube because we on YouTube. They think by not supporting your channel or by not watching your video that you won't make it. That's funny because if God is for me, who can be against me? My thing is, if God told me to start a faith-based workplace, right? How can a family member actually think they can stop something that God has started? So I'm gonna leave that at that. So I'm still gonna sit back and still just watch the numbers, continue to grow. People can continue to come out in the chat and support Shannon and myself, at North Free Living. So we're just gonna sit back. It's not all about numbers. No, it's not. And me and Rizzo talk about this a lot. It do come down to trying to help one person. Like this video, if it helps one person, it did its part. But it might help, more than that. Depending on how many views you get, you never know. So you just never know what happened. But my thing is, with family and things like that, hey, you gotta know. You basically gotta know where you stand, and you gotta know the people that's going to support you most are not going to be the people that have been around you the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. However long you've been on this earth, that's not going to be the people that's going to support you. I'm going to tell you when those people will come around. So we're talking about hurt people. Those people will come around when you make it. That's when they go come around and say, man, you know what? I knew you was going to be something. I knew you was going to. That's when you just give them that dumb look like, yeah, whatever. Because they never watched not one of the videos. So you know that because you can see most of your subscribers and things like that. So you kind of know who subscribe. Can't see all of them, but you can see some of them. And you're like, yeah, okay. Really? Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else. Because I only got a couple more things and then we'll be wrapping this up. If y'all got any questions, I'll try to answer the questions as I go. But if you have any questions, y'all can start dropping them in the comments and I will get to them. Jam Hammer say, correct. I was such a family person and love being around family. Me too. Shannon too. I can speak for Shannon. Family person. That's what we love to do. They started, I love being around and became abusive when I came around. Once I went no contact, they started calling me again. See, that's what I just said. So now you no contact. Now when I was around, y'all wanted to abuse me. I go no contact. Now you want to call me and talk to me now? Because now they want to know what's wrong with Jasmine. Like, why is she acting funny? I'm acting funny? No, maybe it's y'all been acting funny for the last few years, and it just took me a while to realize what's going on. I'm in the same boat, Jasmine. So you preaching to the choir on that one. So yes, same boat. Let's see what else we got. Rizzo said, but here's the kicker: the hurt you do will boomerang back on you. Every knee will bow and have to give account on their earthly actions. Amen to that. We all got to give account for everything that we did. All of us. Me too. Me included. I'm not excluded. One Love say, did my cousin trying to make me having a relationship with her? Nope, she didn't too much. I'm not letting it go any longer. It's over. And you have to be like that. That's that going no contact and realizing, you know, you're on a different car. I'm not saying we better than anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you're around those people that's narcissistic, when you're around those people that's trying to hurt you or destroy you, someone trying to kill you, when you're around those type of people, you have to get out of that hurt. And one way of getting out of the hurt is going no contact. It's getting restraining orders. It's getting orders of protection. It's, you know, I can go down a list of all kind of things that you might need to do to get out of that situation. But you can't, I'm telling you, you can't stay in that situation and think that it's going to change. Because 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to get worse. It's not going to actually change the situation. So love yourself, know your work, and know what's going on. So let's see what else in here. Skip by a couple things. Let's see. Anna says, Solomon, sometimes family hurt or hate you due to jealousy or envy. Yeah, you will be known by your fruit. God will bless you in your obedience. I'm a firm believer in that, and I'm glad you said that, and that's true. I mean, you can know what a person is by the fruit they bear. Shannon said that a lot. I've said that a couple of times, and I'm happy you said that, because some people have a facade or a fake or fun. Like I said, I don't believe everything I see on Instagrams and Facebooks, because you can put anything on there. You can make it seem like you got the biggest house and the best cars, and 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't even own some of these cars, and that's not their house. There's somebody's house visiting and decide to take a little quick picture, and then all of a sudden that's their house. So I don't believe all that stuff, but when they see you actually doing something, I do believe that's when that jealousy and, like she said, that envy starts to set in, because now they envy of you. They're like, oh, and this is the crazy thing. Me and Shannon talked about this, I think this last week. This when they start to say, oh, wait, he think he better than us. Why? Because I want better for myself? Because I'm praising God, because I'm talking about God, because I'm discussing narcissist abuse on a YouTube channel, something God told me to do. So now I think I'm better than you? Nah, that ain't true. That ain't what it is. That ain't why. Now that's something that goes back to hurt people. So you're hurting because you could have did the same thing that I'm doing, but you chose otherwise. So that's not on me. That's on you. My wife say God always sends us who we need. I agree to that. Jasmine say, amen. I count it all joy because God is going to use us one day. He using you right now. You just being on this YouTube channel, somebody's going to see this replay and go through the chat, and the chats and things. That's what you have to realize. You never know who's going to look at this chat and be like, man, Jasmine said, I love what she said, or I'm going through that same thing, or whatever the case is. So you making change. God using you right now. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. Cluster B say, I have my oldest son close to me. Most of the rest of my family that's right here, right now on faith-based workplace. I'm happy for y'all. Hey, man, thank you. I'm happy for the support. Oh, and don't forget, I know Shannon put it in the post, and so is Rizzo. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hey, we still growing, so, subscribe to the channel. And also, if you think this content can help somebody, which I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think a lot of my videos and a lot of narc-free living videos can help people, but it's up to, everybody that come in to actually share it out. So if you can share that out, man, that's awesome too on your different social media. So thank you. True Essence say, exactly. I've given my family so many chances, but they never change. I'm guarding my heart with no contact. You have to, you have to protect yourself. I always use this airplane reference. For all y'all that didn't flew or that seen the commercials, when you're on the airplane, they say, any event of something happened, the mask going to drop from the ceiling. And notice what they say. Just think about this, and I want you to remember this. They always say, put your mask on first. They don't never say put the mask on a person next to you. Even if it's your child, they say put your mask on first, because if you put the mask on the other person, what if you pass out? And you don't end up putting their mask on all the way or whatever. So you put your mask on first. So it's the same with this. You got to take care of yourself first. Then you worry about other people, but the other people you worrying about is people that, like Shannon said earlier, God is going to send the people that need to be around you. Hey, Marcelo, man, thank you for coming out, brother. Thank you. So that's my take on that. So remember that. Remember the airplane thing with the mask. So you take care of yourself first, put your mask on first, get your healing first, get your heart straight first, protect yourself, set your boundaries up. If you got to go no contact, gray rock, whatever the case is, because remember, hurt people. So let's just keep that in perspective. So let's get down to our last couple things. Let's see. So we have an opportunity to make a difference right here on YouTube or in life itself. I'm going more towards in life itself. We have an opportunity to make a difference. And the reason why I say that, because kind of like what she just said, you got to protect yourself. So you going to God in prayer, you talking about God, you writing in your journal, you praying more, reading your Bible more, you recognizing what narcissistic abuse is, you recognizing the people that actually hurt you and getting those people out of your life. That's an opportunity. That opportunity is right in front of all of each one of us, and it's up to us to take it. So it's like the rabbit running around, they got the carrot dangling in the front. It's the opportunity that's right there. It's like the old Eminem song, and I don't listen to Eminem anymore, but the old Eminem song, he say, opportunity knock. It's your chance to take. It's your chance to take it. So it's our chance to make a difference in our life and our situation. So that's where, like I said, no contact comes in play. That's where prayer comes in play. That's where reading books about narcissistic abuse comes into play. That's where watching YouTube videos like mine and then Narc Free Living and others that's out there putting out great messages. That's where you start to learn different things. But it's up to you. I can't make you watch a YouTube video. I can't give you a book to read. I can tell you a book to read, but I can't make you read it, is what I'm saying. So it's going to be up to you to actually figure out, how do I make a difference in my life, especially after dealing with going through narcissistic abuse, dealing with childhood trauma, whether it's PTSD or whatever the case is, going through all this stuff. How do I actually make a difference? Not only in your life, but also in the lives of other people that's, that's actually around you. So I wake up every day trying to figure out, okay, how can I do something different? Shannon does the same thing. So, that's why we come out with all these different ideas with different videos. But this video might help somebody. It's not mostly about us. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I share these videos and I go back and rewatch, I'm like, wow, I can sit back and look like I didn't realize I said some of that stuff, because, I just be in the moment talking some of this stuff. So I go back and be helping myself just watching my own video. But it just to see the people in the chat and see the people, like comment on some of this stuff, you have opportunity to make a difference, So it's up to each one of us to actually do that and take that up on ourselves and go to God in prayer and ask him, what can you do to make a difference, not just in your life, but in the lives of others? And I'm not talking about the hurt people, because remember, hurt people. So I'm not talking about those. So let's go back in the chat one more time before I wrap this up. Let's see. What did I miss? Kelly said, I love helping people so much. Hey, that's good to get out there and help people. Jasmine say, when people say you think you're better than us, it's a projection of how they feel. That's, you took the words of, that's basically what I was saying. They think that you're better than them and can't handle the feeling of feeling inferior. I like that. You broke that down. Thank you. That's like a mic drop. That's basically what it is. It's projection. So, and like I said, the crazy thing is, you never once said, or any of us probably have never said, I think I'm better than them. You're just trying to do best for you and your family. At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do what's best for me, Shannon, and the kids in the house. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not worried about what's going on down the street and people down. I'm not in competition with anybody, but people make things a competition on their own accord. So they make things a competition, and you realize you're in a competition later on down the line. You didn't even know you was in one. Isn't that kind of crazy? You're in a competition and don't even know about it. So I'm just saying. That's just my thought process on that. Rizzo say, each one reach one. Please tell a friend about the faith-based knowledge shared here tonight. Thank you, Rizzo, for that. Like, comment, share, and click the bell to get your notifications regarding the knowledge shared. Man, thank you for that. Rizzo, like I said, me and Rizzo talk all the time, my brother. We're going to have to link up in person one of these days. We will. And yeah, we talk about a lot of different things. So it's good to share, share with people. Marcelo say, besides the toxic family members tend to be much more damaging than toxic people from outside the family. They have more access and information about us, and they use it. That's kind of what I was hinting to earlier. The family members, they know, some things you've done in the past, and they use all that stuff in the past to try to hurt you. I'm like, you still can't. My thing is, you can say all these things about me, what I did in the past, but you really can't throw me off course, because I know what my purpose is. Now, I know I'm supposed to be on here talking about narcissistic abuse and things like that, and keep sharing. Keep doing my 2 videos a week and, my live, and then dropping a video. So I'm going to continue doing that. So me knowing that, it's like almost, it's like I said before, it's like knowing the outcome of a game. Like whoever your favorite basketball, football, hockey, whatever game you watch, it's like knowing the outcome of the game. You still go cheer and be sad during the game, but you know at the end, just saying, when God come back and everything changes, I know where I'm going. So it's like, it's not a doubt in my mind. So knowing those things, family members go say and do whatever they may, and that's cool. But that's not going to hurt me. You can't affect me that way. Thank you for sharing that, Marcelo. Let's see what else we got in here. Forgiveness is fine. That does not mean reconnecting or reconciliation. Yeah, my thing is, forgiveness. Sometimes you can forgive the person, but it don't necessarily mean I got to have them back in my life. Like I told you, my stepdad, I went no contact with him, and I was in a place. I mentioned this before. I wasn't praying for him when I first went no contact last year, but I'm at a place now where I'll pray for him. That don't mean we got to have a. I mean, I'm gonna call him up on the phone and be like, "Hey, we're not doing those things. I'm not going to his house and going buying things like I used to, like buying coffee and bring him meat to the house. I'm not doing none of those things because I realize, again, this video is about hurt people. Now, will I ever know what happened to him as a child? No, but he went through something, and obviously he's taking those things out on others, and I was one of them. And it wasn't until I made a decision last year that no means no. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So let's see what else we got in here. Jasmine said, "Hey man, I'm praying to keep going strong in my no contact." We're gonna pray for you also with that, Jasmine, because it's hard, it's tough. I'm not gonna sit there and say no contact is easy. It's not. It was easier for me because I had already checked out of that situation with my stepdad, But so far as me like missing him and stuff, not now. I mean, it's been a little bit over a year, and but that's a little bit over a year, so it's gonna take time to go through that. So we're gonna pray for you also because it's not an easy task. It's one of the harder things to do. Go no contact, and y'all want to? I actually did a video about grieving somebody while they're still alive. There's reference to that too, because somebody that's still alive, it's hard to grieve. That's basically like saying almost like they're dead to you. Now, do you want them dead? No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's like I just have no emotions. I have no attachments to you. So go check out that video also. Let's see what else we got in here. See, she thanking Shannon. Love you, girl. You made a positive impact on me. That's good. Let's see. North Free Living said, Jasmine, people really reveal who they are by what they say and what they defend. All you have to do is sit back and listen. Yeah, that's easy. That may sound that's easy. And once you get to that stage when you get to sit back and be like, hold on, because it's like she's saying, they defend a certain thing, you kind of figure out who they are. So and what they about. True has to say, Narcs try so hard to bring you down, but it only makes us stronger and shine brighter. Amen to that. And they get even madder. Oh well, that's their problem. I like this. Oh well, that's their problem, not ours. All praises to the Most High. Amen to that. I like that. Oh well. Forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Amen to that. Yeah. I like that. So we coming down to the last thing right here. We never heal from our hurt. We will go out and hurt others. And the reason why I say that, because if you don't know, now obviously we know we've been hurt. But if you suppress those feelings and suppress that pain so much to the fact, like, not really that you forget about it, but you almost like forget about it, I think we can also be the same person that ends up hurting people. Now, do I know right from wrong? Yes, I do. But I can't speak for everybody in the world. Everybody in the world, I can't say they know right from wrong. They act like they don't. Obviously, we've been through narcissism abuse is what I'm getting at. And I think some of those people, yes, they know right from wrong. Yes, they do. But on the flip side, I think if we, talk about us, that has been abused, whether it's physically, emotionally, or whatever kind of abuse it is, I think if we don't set aside the time to actually heal ourselves, it's like having a car, driving it, and never changing the oil. At some point, that car is going to give out on you. if you never change it off. You never get your oil changed, never get your tires rotated, your tires go ball out on you. If you never do your brakes go. It's the same thing with us as humans. So if you went through narcissistic abuse, that's something that's hurting you. Think of it as like the oil been in your body. So if you never get that oil change, it's just steady circulating through your bloodstream. And you wonder why you're having all these different pneumonias and sicknesses, high blood pressure, and this, that, and the other. It might be because you're still dealing with toxic stuff from the past. So until you make a decision that I need to get rid of this stuff, I need to move past this toxicity, that's going to play a huge role in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. And you don't have to take it from me. You can just look at the different areas in your life. It's called self look. Like you look at things that has taken place in your life and go back and write it down. And you probably can pinpoint on when some things happen that hurt you. And then you can also go back and look and be like, I didn't deal with that properly. Now, I'm not saying you go back and go back and get with that person if they narcissist and they hurt. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what you need to do, you need to forgive and you need to pray for them. Because you're not forgiving them, it's for you. It's not, you don't have to, and the crazy thing, you don't even have to go tell them you forgive them. I think a lot of us get caught up, well, I don't want to have to talk. You don't have to talk to them. You forgive them in your own mind and heart and talk to God about that and go to God in prayer about that and let that go. You don't have to sit there and beat yourself up about trying to, what's the thing they always say when you break up with somebody? Closure. You know, that's all the closure I need is me going to God in prayer and praying. I don't need to go talk to this person and get closure. I don't need to go to somebody like my stepdad that has been not physically, but mentally abusive to me and go get closure. No, I just block the phone and just don't talk to them no more. That's the closure for me. Now, closure to each one of y'all is going to be different. I understand that. But closure to me is that. It's me getting the healing. And like Jasmine said earlier, it's me realizing that I got to heal my own heart. I can't depend on the evil, toxic people to help me heal. They try to destroy me. They tried to hurt me years and years, in my life. So I can't depend on that, and neither should you. So you have to get to a place where your closure, and this listen to me good, your closure to me, or your healing beginning or getting through the healing is when you're able to pray for that person. And even if you do see them in public, it's like I say, you just gray rock them, no contact. You ain't got nothing to say to him. Just keep moving. That's when okay, God doing something in my life. He's doing something. When you can write down everything they did to you, yeah, it's gonna hurt. You go cry about it, and you might go back and read this stuff. But when you can get to them stages, then you realize, yeah, hurt people. But if hurt people don't heal, they gonna hurt other people. I should have put that in the title, but I didn't. But I just wanted to put hurt people, because the thumbnails, you gotta make sure it's big and bold and stuff. So that's my thing on that. So let me go back in the chat before we get out of here. Let's see what we got. Again, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, spending this time with me. I hope you was able to learn something from this. I hope you was able to, even in the chat, because we got a lot of narc survivors in the chat that have been through narcissistic abuse that's in the chat. And like my wife is always in here. Cluster B is in here all the time. So there's a lot of us that have been through it, and we're willing to share our stories. And it's all about healing. Let me see. Jam say when I feel myself getting angry or think of fighting and going off on them, I start praying and asking God to give me strength to forgive. Amen to that. Marcelo say I've forgiven in my heart, but I've also become aware of their nature. And see, that's the thing. Once we become aware of a situation, that's the thing. We got to become aware of it. So it's like learning their patterns and things like I was saying earlier. So simply, I don't want anything to do with them. No judgment, no resentment, but I'm no fool no more. Hey, I told you, Shannon knows my favorite word. I'm not about to be a fool about none of this stuff. So I would be a fool to continue having a relationship with somebody I know that their whole game plan is to continue to destroy me, put me down, hurt me, tell me what I can't do. Never tell you. They never, if you notice, a lot of these people are never positive about anything. It's like the most negative person you probably ever come across. They negative about this, they negative about that, they negative about this. Man, do you ever say anything positive? Do you have anything positive to say in your life? Are you happy that God woke you up this morning? Are you happy for the lights being on, the AC in the house? You're just not happy about nothing. So people like that, we ain't got nothing to talk about. To be honest with you, we got nothing to talk about. Let's see what else we got in here. Cluster B say, forgive and let go. Amen. Expect nothing good from them and protect your peace. Amen to that. Definitely. Jan, that's right. I had a relationship where I was the toxic person because I was not here. And see, that's what I'm saying. So people don't want to hear it. And I know these videos don't do as good sometimes because, you know, it's about accountability, and you start throwing out that we need to look at ourselves like, we talking about narcissists. What about me? Okay, yeah, we are talking about narcissists, but at the same time, we still have to hold ourselves accountable for different things that happen in their relationship. So we're not going to hold ourselves accountable. I mean, what are we doing? Now, I'm not saying you narcissist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that certain situations, just like we said about boundaries earlier. So if you set a boundary and you don't hold yourself accountable, what you set it for? If you in no contact, but you're really in contact with the person, are you really no contact? I'm just asking the question. I mean, I can put it in the chat. I mean, to me, that's not no contact. That's in contact with the person. If you great rocking, but you have emotion every time you see the person, that's not great rocking. Or is it? I don't think so. I mean, I'm just saying. So again, you have to heal yourself so you won't be that toxic person that's hurting another person. Not for living, my wife, she said, yes, we give them to God. He will avenge you way better than holding on to hurt, especially they do not repent. Amen to that. Amen to that. Kelly said, guilty of one. Closure 2 didn't work. Yeah, closure, to me, closure doesn't work. I mean, closure is for them. If you ever notice, they the one that usually want closure. Now, sometimes we will say, oh, we want closure, but all the closure I need is knowing that I ended it on the best terms that I could, or that some cases I ended. Like with my ex, I don't want no closure. I ain't got nothing to tell her. What closure for what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We got nothing to talk about. So, man, she tried it, but I cut that down real short. Tried to say, you know, the kids want to see me and stuff. We good. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Nothing. Go be with the guy that you chose to be with, and let me know how that work out for you. Marcelo says, North living, yes, I owe it to myself, to my future, and to God. Most of all, he literally saved me from follow snare. I can't waste any second. Yeah, time. That's what a lot of us don't realize. We don't know. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So we need to start working on our healing now and getting right with God, and, you know, making sure we're doing everything we can, you know, to talk about God as much as we can, how good he is, the testimonies. Remember, there's no test, you know, no testimony without a test. And the word testimony. So, you know, some of these things are tests, but it's up to us. We want to share their testimony with people. And that's what me and Shannon are doing. Like everything that we've been through with narcissist abuse, now we sharing it out to the public. And you know, we getting a following, and people starting to realize that narcissist abuse is not just them. And that's at the end of the day, that's what you want people to realize. It's not just you. You're not in this by yourself. Hurt people. Get away from the hurt people. Tell them, gone, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get away from them. Now, I beseech you, brother, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Avoid. You see what it say? Avoid them. Let's see. Read a few more, and then we're going to wrap this up. Devin say this meeting serves as deliverance. I'm glad that the tears are flowing. Amen to that. And we're going to pray right before we get out of here, just to close with a prayer. So we will pray before we get out of here. My wife always throwing up Bible verses. Thank you. Furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, so God gave them over to a depraved mind, so that they do that ought not to be done. Romans 1:28. Lady B said they show gratitude is fake. Yeah, oh, fake and phony. I don't believe nothing they be saying. Beyond which, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I like this. We need to make sure we don't go for the job again. You gotta remember, it's something they're trying to do to get something out of you. They need us more than we need them. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you're going to be honest with you. It's all a facade. It's all fake and phony. I have to say, I'm keeping a distance from my mom because I don't want her narcissistic abuse to continue. Amen. I know that's gonna be tough. I know it is. It's tough going no contact with a parent, especially a mom. But remember, we don't want what we don't want is her to continue to hurt you. So you got to work on your healing, especially, for your children or, you're married or whatever the case is. So we want to make sure that you're right and doing what you need to do in God's eyes. So, a lot of people, they'll say, well, you wrong. That's your mama. My wife can put it in the chat right now and tell you, because people say that all the time. You just go no contact with those people too. All you're doing, to me, in those situations when people tell you that, well, that's your mom, you should talk to her. You don't know what I'm dealing with, and obviously you don't care what I'm dealing with. So you know what? We're not gonna be friends either. So you're just making my circle smaller. So my little circle that I told you, when I start talking about God and start talking about narcissistic abuse, got real small. That's part of it. So yeah, let's read a couple more, and then we're about to get up out of here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Anna say, thank you, Solomon and Shannon. Hey, you're welcome. Thank y'all for coming out again. Hey, how you doing, Laura Maria? See, you just popped in. Thank you for coming out. Again, don't forget to hit the like button. Hey, I didn't put none of my stuff up there again. My bad. Again, that's my website. So you want to go to my website, Faith-Based Workplace. You can go and check that out. If you want to reach Shannon, my wife, you can reach her, Instagram, Twitter. And then also check out her website, www.narcfreeliving. And you want to get some nice shirts like, hold on, let me put this on the screen. Hold on. So this shirt that I have on, Spiritual Warrior, this is one of her designs. So if you want to go on her website, I always promote my wife. So you want to go on her website and go check out some of her clothing and stuff. You can go in there and check that out. She got all kinds of different shirts and stuff. I'm actually about to do a rebrand soon on my shirts, so I'll be working on those soon. But again, man, thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for spending this time with me. Just remember, hurt people, and we have to heal. We have to go through the hurt to get our healing. So I'm talking about us. I ain't talking about them. They gonna do whatever they want to do, which might be craziness. But I'm talking about us. We have to go through the hurt to get the healing. Go check out that video I did going through the hurt to get your healing. It's a good video. And again, I'll say a prayer before we get out of here. And then I'll close out. God, I just want to come to you just saying thank you. Thank you for everyone that was in attendance. We had people all the way from Africa was on tonight. So thank you. It just goes to show you that we're able to touch, different people across different continents. And the thing about it, we have to realize that narcissistic abuse is not just an American thing. It's not just a white thing. It's not just a black thing. It's a everybody thing because it happens in all walks of life, all parts of the country, all parts of the world. So I'm just praying for people that's going no contact with their moms, going no contact with their family, dads or whatever, friends that they go no contact with. I'm just praying that you give them the strength and give them the courage to be able to go no contact or gray rock with these people. I'm also saying thank you that you gave me the words to speak on tonight. Hurt people, because I do believe that we can heal, but we have to go to you in prayer and realize that you're the only one that can heal us through all this pain, suffering, and hurt that we have been through. Each person that's in the chat, just want to say thank you for just coming out, spending this time with us. I pray that you have a great night, a great weekend, and a great week coming up. So I thank you. This asking in son Jesus' name, amen. So again, thank y'all for coming. Oh, let me read this before I get out. I'll leave on this. To Laura Marie said, I just shared the scripture. You, the narc, intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done. The saving of many people, keep doing what it's doing. I like that. Thank y'all. Hey, all y'all have a good weekend. Y'all celebrate Memorial Day. I think it's Monday. So, have a good Memorial Day. If y'all go, I don't even know what you're doing Memorial Day anymore. Barbecue, I think, or something. So if y'all go barbecue or whatever the case is, have fun. Hey, if you're dealing with narcissists, just remember, hey, hurt people. Again, you can catch me every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I usually upload every Wednesday, 7 p.m. also. So just remember, go to God through all this. I'll see y'all. Matter of fact, my wife is going to be live Saturday because she has something going on Sunday. So tomorrow she will be live 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Narc Free Living. So again, if you go follow Narc Free Living and subscribe to her channel, you'll be able to see every time she goes live. But I know she is going live tomorrow at 7 p.m. So you'll be able to check that out tomorrow. Shannon, are you uploading before we go uploading a video on Sunday? I'm not sure if you are or not. Let me see if she put in the chat or not. Let's see. I don't know if she is. So she says she's discussing generational curses. So that's going to be a good one tomorrow. So it's going to definitely be good. So good night. Hey, see y'all next time. God bless. That was good, man. See y'all.